Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on the SkizzleCraft server. Today is episode 13 and we are starting off over here at the watermill we built in the last episode, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. And as you can see, I've been working a little bit on the area around here. So if we get the camera correctly, there we go. I've been adding the pathways to this area, and it took a while to figure out what I wanted, trying to incorporate the water into it, and I think this colour scheme works nicely. I know prismarine is a little bit more green, but it does fit with the water theme. We've got this all the way around here, and then I've just added some temporary lines in the water because the water area, I'm obviously going to be building some buildings out there in the water or some kind of thing over there. And then we'll have some bridges we need to add in, but we've got this pathway going all the way around. And as you can see, I've also dug out this area, get over here, and added the water in. Oops, didn't mean to fall in there. We can get out. So it took a while to do this. I've dug down, tried to decorate a little bit. Need to do a little bit more down in the water just to make it look a little bit nicer. But I think it fits in quite nicely with the shape of the watermill and the land, the way we've got it. A little bit of a steep hill on one side. I'm just kind of mirroring the same kind of gradient we've got going from the darker deep slate up to the stone and the moss on the top. And then this section, we've got the river flowing in from under the ground here with just kind of a water pipe kind of grate thing in. Again, need another bridge over this section, but I think the whole thing looks really nice. It's kind of worked out a little bit better than I thought it would, but like I said, there's still a lot more work to do on all of this. But today I'm going to be moving somewhere else. We're going to be getting out of this section of the base and well, heading into the Nether once again, because I am getting tired. If we can get in here, I'm getting tired of that area we've got where the portals are. I know I did do my nice portals, but we've got the nice tunnel, we've got the nice portals. This section just looks horrible, so I'm going to be working on this today. Now I'm not quite sure how long this is going to take. It really does depend on what to do. Now I have kind of some ideas, but I don't know how well it's going to work. I want to try and incorporate the themes, the districts we've got in the overworld into this. So these 4 sections we've got marked out, well, not quite marked out, but I think which is the center block. I think that's the center block. So from here, so if we mark out these sections, and each of the 4 corners can be themed in the same elemental style we've got in the overworld. But first I need to dig all these up and kind of plan what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to have the most difficulty with the water section, so I think we'll start with that first. Once I've got all this dug up, might try and build a kind of a river, maybe use the glass with the fog effect, maybe a bit of a waterfall. Obviously we can't use water in here, but I might try and figure something out like that and see how it turns out. Okay guys, so a little bit of a side note here. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, and that first clip I actually recorded the day after the last video was uploaded. And then unfortunately lots of things happened. It was almost the school holidays. A lot of you know that I'm a teacher, so I got really busy with that. When I had a bit of time to work, I ended up getting sick and completely lost my voice. So I did a little bit of playing, but I didn't really have the energy and couldn't speak anyway to record. Then it was the summer holidays, and when you're a single parent, it's a little bit difficult to find time to get online. And then my parents came to visit. I've been on holiday myself, and then before I knew it, yeah, it was time to get back into the new school year and more work. And then my internet went out, so I've just had a bit of a hectic couple of months and had zero chance to actually get online and play. But I'm happy to have everything back to normal now. Back to school. Well, here in Denmark we're back to school, and things are a little bit quieter, and I have my evenings where I can sit and play and talk to you guys. So on top of all that, I then had recording problems on the few times that I did actually manage to record, and I lost a lot of the clips of me building in the Nether and the different things I tried out. I tried doing rivers, I tried waterfalls, I tried prismarine buildings, and everything. It didn't work. So as you can see here now on the replay mod, we went with a simple floor design, and then we'll be getting into the walls and just doing a nice simple open plan design. That looks good, but isn't too detailed, so it's not too in your face. So now the floor is done, the walls have kind of marked out, and I'm going to do each of these sections in the colours. So each of these sections I've got 3 different main colours that I'm going to use to integrate into the walls with some lights. And now I'm looking at this, I've just realised that these are wrong, because in the overworld, the southwest is the water section. Now this is the northwest. Okay, that's better. Now we've got the floor all dug up. Redone. Well, not completely dug up. I only had to move the colours, so that wasn't too bad. I don't know what happened. I got them all mixed up. But this is where the main portal is in the overworld. So this is the northern side. And I know to either side of the big main portal is the air and the earth districts. So now this has worked out. So we can go back to talking about the walls. So my idea was for the walls to have it kind of look like it could be buildings on the outside, but not quite. I don't really know quite how to explain it. We're going to use the colours we've got here, and then we're just going to do a design. So we're going to do a strip of red, strip of orange, strip of yellow, and then go back to orange and back to red. And then we're going to put frog lights and some glass in the sections in the middle. Then hopefully from further away it'll look kind of like, you know, skyscraper buildings, apartment blocks or something, without it being too detailed. I don't really want to be building actual buildings in here since we've got so many to do in the overworld already. But I was just thinking something like that. No, that's too flat. If we go back one with the frog light that way, and then have we got glass? Let's get our 3 colours out and mark these out first. Actually, that's wrong, because I'm going to start with red. I knew that already. So this needs to be... Do we start with yellow? No, this is concrete powder. I need concrete. Oh. Okay. So I'm really having bad luck with this episode, with everything that's happened, and recording just doesn't seem to want to work, because the replay mod that I did this whole thing on, so I thought I could talk with the replay mod because it's easier to show you guys. Yeah, I pressed stop recording instead of start recording, so the whole thing was just not recorded at all. But as you can see, we've got all 3 of the colours built in here. The top sections was a little bit smaller, so I just added some slightly different blocks in, but still fit with the colour scheme of each of the sections. You see, we've got like emerald blocks and tough blocks and lapis blocks, and then the floor is done. So this all looks really nice. That was just lava that came out the wall I need to fix. But I'm really happy with how this whole thing turned out, even though, unfortunately, it didn't make a full episode like I was planning it to do. But this looks really nice. It just needs to fix the floor, which is done right there. And that is this section now done. I might add some more to it at a later point, but for now, I'm happy with how this turned out. It's looking nice. At least I'm not going to be attacked all the time, hopefully. I've got carpets on all these wall sections, so hopefully I'm not going to be attacked by skeletons and, well, ghasts and anything else that's been spawning in here. So I'll be a little bit more safe. But for now, since this episode has been such a disaster, we're going to go back into the overworld and just do a little bit there. I'm going to build the promenade section on the main portal, on that little water. Now, I'm not doing anything big because the idea I did have originally would block a bridge I now want to build. So I think we're going to head out into the overworld and just build a floor area for the portal. So a little bit of building this bridge was just trial and error. Like I said, very basic, didn't really want much going on here. We're just going to have a very basic plain plank floor, and then we're going to do the fencing as well. Now, my biggest problem with the fences here is I can't figure out what looks best. Whether using the end rods looks nice because it gives you that kind of white barrier effect, but with a lot of particles, or if using the chains maybe looks a little bit better. I do need to go make more. I just took a handful out for now. I'm not quite sure which of these will look better. When it goes all the way around. I do like the white ones, but I'm wondering if that's gonna be too many particle effects. I've got an idea actually. Let's make some more of these chains. I probably brought way too much iron, but they'll get used if not anyway. That's enough for now. Let's just do this first and have a see how it looks. We've got a full corner with the chains like this. So that's quite difficult to see when you've got like the dirt and things behind you. This stands out a bit more, but like I said, it's a lot of particle effects. What about this? Oh, I like that. Let's try this side as well. I actually quite like having that difference and having the white on the bottom and then the chains on the top. Let's get this added on the whole thing and see how it looks. Okay, so I've gone all the way around this and done the chains on the top and the end rods on the bottom, and I like how this looks. I do like it better than either just end rods or just chains. It lights the whole area up. I haven't seen it at nighttime yet, but it's very rarely nighttime on here. There's always someone that sleeps. It doesn't block the view quite as much as having end rods on both layers because all the particles was a little bit difficult to see out when it's got all those particle effects and it's at eye height, which I do like. It's easier to see with the chains on. So now we just need to add in these supports. Now I'm just going to go straight down like this on every single one of where we've added those white pillars. So we just need to go around each of these like this and just add all these pillars in. I might edit these a little bit later just to make them a little bit more sturdy, but I think if I make them too thick it's going to look silly. So we've got all the pillars in, we've got this done, and I think this looks quite nice. I thought about adding more details, you know, like a telescope looking out of the promenade or some deck chairs or something, but I think it might be too much and it takes away from the portal because the portal is such a big kind of like landmark in the area. That is the main focus of this. This is just something to stand on. So let's get rid of this scaffolding. Now the reason I changed my idea from what I was going to do, because I was going to build a big promenade that connected to the shores on the other side. If we can get up I can show you. Let's just go up here. If I can actually get up. This is going to be moved. This was just for me chopping trees down. That's going to be moved. I was thinking of building a bridge from both of these sides over here because you can see where the border, actually it's easy if we go over. You can see these deep slate we've got here. That is the border of our land unless we want to claim another base area. So I could build kind of two smaller bridges going from each side to this little section of land, or I could build one big bridge straight across, and that is what I thought I'd do. If I build a bridge straight across from one side to the other, then we don't need a giant promenade, we just need the platform for the portal, which I think is what I'm going to do. Now I've never built bridges very well. I've done some small ones, but I've never built bigger bridges, so that's going to take a bit of time to think about how I'm going to do that. So that's not going to be just yet. I think we need to get the actual districts built out a little bit more, but I think that is all I've got time for today, guys. I know it's a little bit of a shorter episode with so many clips being corrupt or missing, or me just forgetting to press record, but next time we're going to work on the Tower of Wind, which we collected all these resources for already. So we're going to get back into the big builds, and hopefully there'll be no more problems with recording, so you won't have to wait another 2 months for that episode. But I think that is all I've got time for today, guys. So I hope you did like the video, even though it was a little bit disjointed. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and comments are always appreciated. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time.